Well, Dowder's going to clap now, not me.
Okay. I was taught that story, this story. I was taught empire history. I was taught that winners wrote history books. I was taught not to question who were heroes, who were crooks. I was told until 1492 America did not exist. America history, I was told, started with a papal kiss. We learnt America was discovered by Christopher Columbus while he was looking for India, but not how civilization and empire was already thriving in America. I was not taught how in the name of empire, how they murdered Arawaks, blamed it on Caribs, replaced him with kidnapped blacks. Inca and Mayan, so we were told, were just unchristian savages so they could be sold. Shackled and forced down the mine so empire could steal their gold. We were not told our empire came with guns and cannon to fight against bow and arrow, though empire's greatest weapon was diseases that chilled natives to the marrow. We were told that Native Americans were a savage race, warlike animals that needed to be put in their place. We were never told about Abraham Lincoln hanging 38 Decatur warrior, nor did we learn of 150 plus killed at Wounded Knee massacre. We were taught that it was the cowboys who were on the good side by murdering women and children, but was told not to call it genocide. Shh. Not once did we hear how Vasco da Gama murdered 400 men, women and children, making sure no Muslim pilgrim was left behind, or the 30 fishermen he dismembered and threw overboard to float for their wives to find. I was taught to feel pride because Britain stopped the slave trade, but never did I hear the cost Ireland and Africa had paid. How for well over 300 years empire stole humanity by kidnapping free people and branding them commodity. Africa history, I was told, started with British ships, muscling on Spanish tips. We were led to believe Africa was a dark place, full of savages, creatures just below the human race. You see, I was led to understand Africa was uncivilized and full of undressed wild beasts, that there were wild cannabis saved only by white Christian priests. I was told that the natives had bones through their noses, and our empire civilized them by getting them to water the master's roses. We were told Africa had places like Bongo Land, but we didn't learn how Europe carved out territory and stole Africa's precious land. We did not learn how in the name of the Belgian Empire, Africans were mutilated and the Congo stripped clean, just to feed a king's ego so he could feel important and supreme. We didn't hear how empire allowed millions to die for the want of potato and rice, because empire was so concerned of its stock share price. We did not read how we stole Aboriginal land, christened them violent barbarians if they dared to stand, nor how we took their culture and replaced it with the Bible, replaced their good health with the pox, which to them was fatal. We were made to believe we were the dominant race, but truth is we like to close our eyes to our historical disgrace. History, we are told, is written by the winners, but if you scratch beneath the surface, you will find it is written by the sinners.